Paris, 1915. While the rest of French cinema chased melodrama and stage-bound spectacle, a young director named Abel Gance was alone in a studio, bolting a pair of warped, hand-ground lenses onto the front of his camera. He wanted to film something no audience had ever seen, not a trick, not a stage illusion, a genuine distortion of reality itself, captured straight through the glass. The film he made was barely 10 minutes long. He called it La Folie du Dr. Tube. The story is simple, almost a sketch. Dr. Tube, a scientist tinkering in his lab, discovers a strange powder. The moment someone inhales it, the world around them buckles. Walls bend. Bodies stretch and pool like wax left too close to a flame. Friends become wobbling, rubbery ghosts of themselves. Tube, delighted by the chaos he's caused, scatters the powder over his unwitting visitors and watches their world come undone. What made the film remarkable wasn't the plot, it was how Gance shot it. Instead of relying on actors' performances or trick editing, he placed convex and concave lenses directly in front of the lens housing, physically warping the image as it was being exposed. The result was an early, unmistakable form of in-camera visual distortion, faces ballooning, rooms curving inward, a fisheye blur decades before fisheye had any meaning in film vocabulary. Audiences and distributors didn't know what to do with it. It wasn't horror. It wasn't comedy, not quite. It was an experiment, a director testing how far the camera itself could lie, years before surrealism had a name, decades before psychedelic and trip sequence cinema would borrow exactly this trick. The film barely circulated. For a long stretch, it was treated as a curiosity, a strange detour in the career of a man who would go on to direct sweeping historical epics like Jacques and Napoleon. But film historians kept coming back to it. Because hidden inside this throwaway 10-minute short was something almost prophetic, the idea that the camera doesn't have to record the world as it is. It can bend it. It can show madness from the inside. A century later, La Folie du Dr. Tube is remembered not for its story, but for its nerve, for a young filmmaker who looked at the rules of what a film should look like in 1915, and warped them on purpose.